Coffee has become one of the most consumed drinks around the world. If you are an avid drinker of coffee, or even though you aren't, but if you wonder how many types of coffee there are, and where coffee originated from, keep watching this video. And before we continue to know more about coffee, for you guys who haven't subscribed Wh+H channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and the notification bell so you guys get to watch the Wh+H new video when it's up. A brief history of coffee. Where did coffee originate from? One of the first accounts of coffee is traced back to the Horn of Africa. The native tribes in Ethiopia would grind the coffee cherries and mix the paste with animal fat. This mixture was then rolled into small balls and used by warriors to gain energy. One story is that of a goat herder who noticed that the animals become energetic and friskier after eating the red fruit from the coffee shrub. When the herder tossed it, he started dancing with energy. Some monks noticed this and began boiling the bean, drinking the liquid to stay up during the night ceremonies. The modern version of roasted coffee originated in Arabia. During the 13th century, coffee was extremely popular with the Muslim community for its stimulant powers, which proved useful during long prayer sessions. By parching and boiling the coffee beans, rendering them infertile, the Arabs were able to corner the market on coffee crops. Tradition says that not a single coffee plant existed outside of Arabia or Africa until the 1600s, when Baba Budan, an Indian pilgrim, left Mecca with fertile beans fastened to a strap across his abdomen. Baba's beans resulted in a new and competitive European coffee trade. In 1616, the Dutch founded the first European-owned coffee estate in Sri Lanka, then Ceylon, and then Java 1696. The French began growing coffee in the Caribbean, followed by the Spanish in Central America and the Portuguese in Brazil. European coffee houses sprang up in Italy and later France, where they reached a new level of popularity. Coffee plants reached the New World during the early 18th century, though the drink wasn't really popular in America, until the Boston Tea Party of 1773, when making the switch from tea to coffee became something of patriotic duty. The Civil War and other conflicts that followed also helped to increase coffee consumption, as soldiers relied on caffeine for a boost of energy. It may have started a bit later here, but Americans love coffee just as much as the rest of the world. By the late 1800s, coffee had become a worldwide commodity, and entrepreneurs began looking for new ways to profit from the popular beverage. In 1864, John and Charles Arbuckle, brothers from Pittsburgh, purchased Jabez Burns' newly invented self-emptying coffee bean roaster. The Arbuckle brothers began selling pre-roasted coffee in paper bags by the pound. They named their coffee Arabica and found great success selling it to the cowboys of the American West. It wasn't long before James Folger followed suit and began selling coffee to the gold miners of California. This blazed the trail for several other big-name coffee producers, including Maxwell House and Hills Brothers. Today, the grassroots coffee movement continues to grow with the increase of small independently owned cafes boasting sustainable, locally roasted, fair trade beans. Coffee has become an artistic trade that is valued for its complexity of flavors and terroir, much like wine. Types of coffee. Green coffee. All types of coffee start with green coffee. Green coffee is simply the regular coffee beans that have not been subjected to the roasting process. This means that the beans remain completely raw. For that reason, green coffee tastes completely different when compared to its roasted counterpart. When brewed, it gives off a mild, herbal flavor. Green coffee contains chlorogenic acid that has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Green coffee also contains the same amount of caffeine you would find in roasted coffee beans. Roasted coffee. Coffee is roasted to bring out the familiar roast taste and flavor. Roasting beans causes chemical changes that darken the bean and affect their taste. Here are 4 types of coffee roast, such as light, medium, medium dark and dark roast. Light roast gives coffee a light brown color and dry sheen with a fruity flavor and high acidity. Medium roast gives the beans a medium color, dry sheen, fuller flavor and less acid. A medium dark roast gives your coffee a rich, dark chestnut color, the perfect balance of aroma and brightness. The dark roast gives the coffee beans a dark brown color, low acidity and very expressive taste and flavor. The types of coffee beans. Arabica coffee bean. This is one of the most popular types of coffee around the world. It is also the most commonly consumed coffee variety. The Arabica bean is considered one of the most high-quality beans and accounts for over 60% of coffee production around the globe. The Arabica bean does well in high-altitude places with steady rainfall and shade. It produces coffee with a quality aroma and is full of flavor. Robusta bean. After Arabica, Robusta is the second most produced and consumed coffee variety around the world. It grows best in places with irregular rainfall and hot climates. It is a hardy variety that is immune to many diseases. Robusta bean shaves double the amount of caffeine in Arabica coffee beans. They also have a harsh taste and flavor. Liberica bean. The Liberica coffee bean is quite rare. This variety is grown in places with specific climates. Productions of this coffee bean are scarce, making it hard for farmers to scale their operations and satisfy the global demand for this coffee. The Liberica produces a sweet, fruity, flowery flavor that has a woody taste to it. Before the 19th century, Liberica coffee was not very popular. During the 19th century, a disease known as coffee rust eliminated so many of the Arabica plants around the world, causing a huge influx in production of the commodity. The Philippines took this opportunity to harvest and sell Liberica coffee in large supplies. Excelsa. Excelsa belongs to the Liberica family, however it is a bit different. It is commonly grown in the Southeast Asia region such as Indonesia, but Excelsa is the least popular coffee around the globe. Even though the taste is not that different from other coffee, but Excelsa has its uniqueness. This coffee has a fruity flavor and tastes a bit tart. Thereby video about coffee from Wh+H channel. Hope you guys enjoy it and will leave the traces on the comment section and also give the thumb up. Thank you for watching this video. Before we part, for you guys who haven't subscribed Wh+H channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and the notification bell, so you guys won't be missed out when Wh+H new video is up. See you guys next time.